Hey everybody, welcome back to Shock and Schlock. I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, and today I just recorded a review, but I'm posting this the day after recording this because I want to keep my upload schedule decent. Um, and after tragedy, that was Mind Bleach, today covering a classic that I had managed not to see until now. That is 1980's Christmas Evil, directed by Lewis Jackson. It's about a man who works at a toy factory, recently got a promotion, which is a major plot point in the film. Because it causes some of his coworkers not to like him. He is very mentally ill, and he learned as a child that, spoiler alert, Santa Claus is not real. Um, and he has a nervous breakdown and begins like writing this book of naughty and nice people, and slowly starts to think he's Santa Claus and he needs to punish the naughty. Um, and yeah, I don't want to spoil too much here because this film is exceptional. Um, I heard of this being described as like a taxi driver Santa Claus horror movie. Um, but it feels it feels sort of like that, but it's definitely like a character study type of film rather than a slasher movie, which I think a lot of people, including myself, would think going into this. Um, this is not a holiday slasher. It's a very damaged man and a look at him. Um, but yeah, there are kills in this. It's not like a slasher movie. And when the kills are there, they are excellent. Um, our lead character Harry, played by Brandon Maggart, um, is just excellent. Really well written, portrayed fantastically by the actor. Um, Maggart does a really good job, like really bringing this character to life, and a lot of for lack of a better term, and like a very broad term. But he plays this man like on this descent psychologically really well, and the progression from Harry sort of being this mild mannered and kind of weird guy to being a multi murderer, like a serial killer, uh, feels natural, and it's really disturbing and dark and upsetting to watch. Um, Especially in the second half of the film where Harry is like sort of really taking on this persona and he thinks he's Santa Claus. Um, it gets very dark very quickly. Um, and the film really just has this mean spirit to it in a lot of ways. I would say this isn't the most mean spirited holiday movie. I would say that's, I mean, I've seen, of course. I would still say that's Black Christmas, but this is definitely up there. Um, it feels like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer if it was filmed on Christmas, and that is a very excellent thing. I think the entire cast in this really does a great job. Harry's coworkers are all portrayed very realistically, disguised like, at this factory, and they pick out the guy that they see to be weaker than them, and becomes their whipping boy while they're feeling envious that he got a better job as well. Um, and Harry being this very damaged person that obviously is spurring him on more. Um, uh, Harry's brother Philip is played by Jeffrey DeMoon or Damon or Demon, whatever. Um, he's played really well, like as this guy that sort of almost loathes his brother in a way because of all the things that he's caused him. He doesn't, like in the past, causing all this trauma, and he always has to worry about him. But he's also like worried about his brother, and he understands like that this is somebody that needs to be looked down, like looked on, and kept track of. Um, and like sort of his side story in the film, like trying to find where Harry is and all this stuff feels very realistic and just really adds this like dramatic family element to it that I really enjoyed as well. Um, and there, I'm gonna go a little bit into spoilers here. It's a 43-year-old movie, so um, there are certain scenes in this with Harry that I feel are really well done and like are representative of like the movie as a whole and Harry's character in the film. Like, because I mean, the film is like about Harry. That is the movie. Um, there's a part where he's dressed as Santa and he's just killed these people. Um, and he uses like a group of children sort of as a shield from other people if they're defending him because he's Santa Claus to them. And that sort of dynamic where like kids think he's Santa and they all love him, but like everybody else, like they see, Santa's not real, so they see like a home intruder. That sort of plays on the idea of what Santa is as a concept too, which I thought was really amusing. And yeah, just really good. The special effects in this when they happen are really good. Um, they are used minimally, but when they're there, they're effective to say the least. And some of the parallels that Harry draws between himself and like this Santa character, like he drives this white van with the Santa, like the sleigh on the side, I think are really good. It really shows like how damaged he is as an individual, while also like it sort of like almost makes you think about the absurdity of Santa Claus too. It's just interesting to watch. Um, and there are parts that sort of like when there are comedic parts in this, like Harry trying to go down a chimney, but he's too fat to fit. Um, Stuff like that are also funny. I mean, this film has black comedy elements in it, but it is certainly more serious than, something like Santa Sleigh, which I reviewed on the channel. Uh, but if you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. It is a great film. The soundtrack is great as well. I didn't even mention that. Um, One of the better soundtracks of this era, and one of the better Christmas movie soundtracks, to be honest with you. So yeah, check it out. This gets my highest recommendation. This is one of my favorite films I've seen in a long time. It's one of the best holiday films in general that I've seen. It'll put you in the mood for the season, and if you're not a fan of the season, you'll like it just as much, if not more. So give it a go. Highly recommended. Vinegar Syndrome's release of it is really good as well. So yeah, as always, I've been your host, Herschel Gill, signing off for today. Zero thoughts, zero editing, zero brain cells, and zero planning. I'll see you guys actually tomorrow with a new review. Gonna be for a 2023 release. Not sure which of the two I'm doing first. So you'll see Friday and Saturday I'll be doing the other one. I'm not going to say which two because, let's keep things a surprise. Make sure to keep your notifications on. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.